All right, so we've got more OnlyFans models involved with another podcast because the last one they seemed to enjoy and it went down quite well. So we've got with us
Cody.
Demi.
Sony.
and they all do OnlyFans. So for you lot who run agencies or for you lot who are customers, you can get an insight into some thoughts of OnlyFans models. So there, let's crack on. Right. So I've shown you all an example of AI models, so you get a kind of gist of what they are and what they look like, etc. What you can actually do with AI is make your own AI character. So you can technically make content, put your face on that AI character. Would you ever consider doing this? Say if you have like a lazy day, you're ill. Is this something that you could consider?
100%.
I feel like it's ideal if you feel
If it looked very
amazing.
realistic to the point where people wouldn't second guess it, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, because most of the time the process is literally just a few buttons. Maybe put your face on it, and then that's about it. Maybe change a bit of the lighting.
But
Literally could take
so
10
would you have
minutes.
to take the video yourself though, but then just put the AI on? Confused how you
Yes.
do that. Oh.
Yeah. So it would look like yourself, but you wouldn't actually have to take that content. So no one will be able to tell.
Yeah. So, for example, you know pictures you take down the beach. You could just do that with a click of a button, and then a face swap. So it'll take like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
100%
If
I'd
it's
do it then.
himself.
Instead of 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, literally it takes me like a half an hour just to build up the courage to do some content.
So most of the time with your
It's for your
marketing,
fucking month.
most of the time with your marketing, it's obviously you want lots of content going out on social media, and that might be quite time consuming to make. So you can just generate that, and then obviously put your face on it, and then good to go. And then your OnlyFans stuff you can do yourself separately if you want, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
It's very good for marketing.
Do you think that AI models could potentially take over in the
I don't think
future?
they could take over because I feel like a lot of people prefer it raw, real.
Yeah.
Not that they can really tell the difference most of the time, but don't know.
It's an interesting one.
It's the perspective I take on it is that if me as a bloke knows what is attractive to other blokes, and I'm sitting behind a computer screen generating these AI models, are you going to be able to compete with blokes who are doing that all day long and have got loads of staff and can actually run full
Yeah.
OnlyFans accounts?
And they can make them like perfect for everybody. And, like,
Yeah. So, yes or no? Do you think they could take
I feel
over?
like
in the
Bloody
future?
hope not. I'd be out of a job if
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah.
Get on this.
Plus, as well, think of the customers. Do you think they'll care too much?
Probably not. People watch all sorts. Like,
Yeah.
people literally watch fucking comics.
People would
like,
watch anything.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. These fucking little rats will
Yeah.
any type of content. They don't give a fuck if it's real, fake, whether it's fucking cartoon. Like
Yeah.
blokes wank off to like fucking cartoons.
Yeah.
I think they could take over, but I hope they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it is a proven thing. They just do buy fucking anything, and they do buy AI models. But I think at the moment, you still got the upper advantage.
Yeah.
You like videos and stuff like that,
Mhm.
collaborations.
Yeah, give it a
Gonna
few
lose me
years.
job.
I'd say give it a few months. Could be in a bit of trouble. But
Few months,
Oh.
yes, and
It's alright, I'm just going to switch through an agency and I'll be the manager.
you may have to get a real job very soon.
well, no. But the thing is, you can make 2 OnlyFans accounts. You can literally run an AI account and your own account.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's double your income.
Mm.
But then it's also
Mm.
it's also probably triple the workload.
Aye.
Yeah. Do you know anyone who's used AI with their
Not
OnlyFans?
personally,
No.
no.
Not yet.
Have you ever been approached by an AI model?
No.
Sounds weird.
There's
but-
been
No,
like
I
fake
think
accounts
so.
and stuff on Twitter or like stuff like that who are like, you don't even look real.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time they do a like model to model outreach. So an AI model, which a manager will be running, messages a model that does OnlyFans and talks to them about agencies and stuff, and then refers their own agency.
Yeah,
That
a
makes
lot of the
sense.
time when like management's trying to text me, it is always a girl who texts us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. Yeah, it's a smart tactic because obviously people
Girls
don't-
trust girls.
Yeah. Girls trust girls, and people don't even need a model nowadays to be able to get that girl trust. like,
Yeah.
with models, especially if you can't even tell. Like, yeah, it's gonna be fucking nuts. Just a
Scary.
bloke behind the screen.
Really scary.
Yeah. So, what is the content that has sort of generated you the most money? As in, what were you doing, if you're comfortable? What were you doing within that content to be able to generate that amount of money? And if you're comfortable, how much did that sort of generate? Ballpark figure, obviously.
I feel like the content that's been the best for me is things that like not everyone's doing, like squirting videos. Not everyone can squirt, you know what I mean? Or like collabs with girls. Like not everyone's collabing with girls, and not everyone's doing collabs. A lot of people do just solo stuff. So when I do things like that, it's a lot different from what I usually do, which is just solo stuff. So that makes me more money than usual.
Yeah.
But,
Normally like random like requests for like customs.
yeah, customs do make quite a lot as well.
Random stuff that people like literally just wanted TikToks naked, like
Yeah.
crazy. It's like
Yeah.
it just all depends.
Just
And
custom
what
content.
they're willing to pay, like
Yeah.
it's weird.
Content that people are maybe not used to and is a
Yeah.
bit different. Yeah, I assume.
Especially when they pay quite a lot of money if you make it like very personal. It's like
Yeah.
saying their name and
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
They make it like they'll pay a lot of money for that.
How much roughly? You don't know.
And I think the most expensive custom I've done is like £200.
For
And it was only a
content.
2-minute video of a
Mine
dick
was like
rating.
$1,000 for
Jeez.
TikToks.
What, really?
Yeah. It was
Holy
a bit of a mental
shit.
request.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I'm jealous.
Wasn't
Probably some weight
complaining.
to it.
Give me his account.
If you're comfortable, what's your best month that you've had? Ballpark figure. You don't have to.
So like,
if you're not comfortable.
alright,
it's
AI.
absolutely fine.
So above, let's say, $1,000.
I think
Above
my
$2,000,
best was
$3,000,
Best month.
$4,000.
my best month was
Best
only like 2.5, but I've only been doing it since March.
Mine was like
So-
8.
Mine was like 6. December and January, good months.
Yeah. When we
bad.
did our first content day, that was like my best
Yeah.
month.
Mhm.
Not bad at all. Do you ever think about going back to a normal job, or would you
No.
ever consider?
Sometimes I get bored and wish I had like a hobby or like just like a weekend job, but I would
Mm.
never do 9 to 5 like I used to because it used to be
No.
so exhausting. And I don't like working when I have to work.
I don't
Like being told to do something, I won't do it. If
Yeah.
I want to do something and then someone tells me to do that thing, I'm not going to do it now.
Yeah.
Now that you've told us to, no.
Yeah. I guess that's literally like.
Yeah,
Why
I
we
just
do
don't
what
like
we
being
do.
told what to do
Yeah.
Same, I just like being free.
Yeah.
and feeling like you have to show up somewhere and you have to wake up at this time, you have to
Yeah.
do this at this time, and then you have to finish at that time, and then you have to go home, and then you have to go up to the next day and do
Mhm.
the same thing. It's just boring and repetitive.
Yeah, and all to earn your fucking boss.
Yeah,
The money.
literally,
Yeah.
literally.
You're not
And you
even
don't
earning the
like
money
you
yourself.
get paid the same you do when I work like 1 day a week if I
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
Would it not even be like, I don't know, 5 hours a week or something? Something like really
I have
small.
thought about going back to bartending on weekends just because I get bored, but
Yeah.
don't
Not
know.
9 to 5.
No.
Not a 9 to 5, definitely not. But I do like a little weekend job if I really wanted to, if I needed the extra money. But right now I'm like comfortable with the money I've got, enough to get by.
So, I assume you have families. What are their opinions on you doing OnlyFans? Are they happy, annoyed? What are their sort of general?
Not close to my parents as much as most people are, so they didn't care that much. My brothers cared, obviously. The older brothers, they're gonna care.
Yep.
But no one had anything like too bad to say about it, and the rest of my family just thinks I'm an Instagram model. So
Yeah, mine are all supportive. They all think it's bloody great.
you've got quite a girls' family as well, though, don't you?
Yeah.
My mum was a bit like, "Are you sure?" She was
Oh,
very
yeah, my mum
scared
was
with
like
her
that.
eyes
Yeah,
off.
they're very scared about it, but then
Yeah.
once they realise that it's like like I actually want to do it, then they're just
Yeah.
they're not as asked because it's like, okay, can't stop you. You're an adult. If
Yeah.
you're choosing to do that, you can.
Mhm.
I guess it's all online as well. It's not like actually going.
Yeah, I would
Places
never
to meet
ever
people.
ever
Yeah.
go meet a fan or anything.
Yeah.
I would never put myself in that situation.
Yeah. I
Hats
think,
off to those who do. I do not have the balls for that.
Yeah.
Neither.
Yeah, I think it would be mostly the men in the family that would have something against it. because-
Yeah, my dad just doesn't talk about it.
Yeah.
He just does nothing.
Yeah, I think they'd understand the risks involved.
Yeah.
and
I think it is a
how-
bit gross to find out that like a girl in your family, especially when they're so young. Like I started like a few months after I started like turned 18, so I was
Yeah.
really young,
Yeah.
and they were all a bit like, "Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
shouldn't be doing that." Like I was just like, they can't do
My
anything at
mum
the
got,
end of the
like,
day.
A message request off like a fake account and everything when I set mine up.
What do you
Like,
mean?
I don't know. Your daughter's a slag.
Yeah, people send my
I
mum
was like, "Are you
screenshots all
sure
the time.
about this? Like, do you
Oh, I
want to
hope they
delete
don't
your
send
account?"
mine, mum. They don't send me mum like.
That's quite surprising now.
Yeah.
Also, other people sending your parents.
That's
Yeah.
fucked.
No, I've had people text my mum, be like, "Do you know your daughter's doing this?" And she's like, "Well, yeah."
Yeah.
I can't not tell her, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was gonna do it faceless at first and just keep it really quiet. Then I was like, well, I can't promote it that way, so like,
Exactly.
there's no point. If I want to make the money, you just got to go full in.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. It's a lot harder faceless.
Yeah.
There's no like personality behind the fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like anyone
Yeah.
can fucking put a mask on.
Mhm.
However, AI nowadays, you can actually do face
Mm.
swaps.
Yeah.
So you can do like your body with AI face, let's say. Obviously, it's a lot harder, a lot more editing, but it's possible.
Yeah.
But the problem with that, you won't get to like the higher percentages. It's
Yeah.
fucking well hard.
Like if you want to make the money, you've just got to fully get into it. Like fully just don't care, and you just got to like let everything go. All the worries about what people think, you've just got to get rid.
Yeah, I agree. So, Cody, you are in a relationship,
I am.
and I believe you two are single.
Yeah.
If you had a boyfriend, obviously you have a boyfriend, say he wanted you to quit OnlyFans, would you do it?
No.
I've already had multiple people ask me when I'm speaking to them. I'm like, no.
If I'm doing it before I got with you, that's none of your business.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Exactly.
You got with me knowing that I did that.
Like,
you don't then have control over it.
Like, or
Someone asked me if I'd give them like 50%. Like, what?
what for? Fucking existence.
Yeah. Like, we hadn't even met each other either.
That's a fucking,
Did love
It's
them
a
though.
genius, right?
fucking tape thing.
No, I would never stop for anybody ever.
Not unless they're
No.
gonna
Like I got with my boyfriend, I was already doing OnlyFans. He was very aware of it. So if he then got with me and was like, I don't want you doing it anymore, I'd be like, well, I'm already doing
you
it.
knew what you were getting into.
I'm already doing it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just have to accept you.
I think it's different if you're in a relationship and then you start it. I feel like that's a bit disrespectful because then it's like, I feel like you would have to have a discussion. It all depends on whether your partner's comfortable or not. My partner doesn't care. He's all right with it. He thinks it's funny, honestly. He actually enjoys it.
Yeah, I think that.
Because they know the realization that it's not like serious, if that makes sense, as in like you're not falling in love with these fans.
Yeah, my boyfriend's honestly proud of it. He's like, people pay this much to see my girlfriend naked and I get it for free. He's proud of it, honestly. Like all of his friends are like, you're not asked, and he's like, nah, just make him bank, I don't care.
Yeah.
And like I buy him things all the time, so he's not complaining. He gets half the money anyways, basically.
Say if they took away the whole responsibility, they said, you know, the money doesn't matter. I'll supply for you. I'll do this. You just
If
don't
someone
have
wanted
to
me
do
to
it.
stop, I'd be like, okay, well, you pay me the money that I'm making, and then I'll stop.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're expecting me to just be jobless and not give me anything in return, not happening. If you can provide me, perfectly fine. I'll happily not do it. I'd happily not work at all. But like, that's just not going to happen.
Okay, are we all in agreement?
Yeah.
With that? You think?
I think it's disrespectful to ask me to stop.
Yeah. Unless there was some sort of
yeah.
assurance or
Yeah.
providence
Yeah.
within. Especially if you break up as well.
Because you're just asking me to stop all my income for
Yeah.
the sake of a relationship.
Yeah.
No. No. Money first.
Fair enough. Can't really argue with that, can you?
Yeah, fair one. Kids. Do you want kids?
I want to
Yeah.
adopt. I don't want my own.
Not really
No?
too bothered, but
Oh, I do.
I don't
I
want my
want
own
one now.
children, but I do want to adopt.
Is there any fears with having kids, as in like they'll find out what you do one day or anything like that?
Yeah, but I feel like once they got to a certain age, maybe like 16-ish, I'd sit them down and I'd be like, look, this is what mommy does. If your friends bring it up, I'm sorry. I feel like you've always there's always that risk though. Like there's a lot of porn stars out there who now have children and don't do porn anymore. And like people's always like, oh, like your mother, seeing what she's doing. And it's just like, so what?
Yeah.
So what? She's doing it in private. If she's filming it, it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's definitely coming from a female perspective. In school, we used to be fucking savage. Like,
No, I can
Yeah,
imagine what boys are
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
now.
It's pretty.
even if your mum drove like a shitty car,
Yeah.
you were getting ripped to fuck.
Yeah.
every
No, I feel like
single
you've
day.
got to be very
drop us over
conscious
on the
about it.
corner.
But if your mum has her tits out online and people find out,
Yeah.
I think that is.
See, I don't really want my own children. I do want to adopt, and if I was to adopt, I'd let them know like this is what mum used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm probably not going to do OnlyFans forever. Like, it's going to die out eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get a job.
Yeah.
But like, I'd sit them down and discuss it with them. But I feel like it's like it can't be stopped now.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing I can do about it now. I've done it.
Yeah,
It's
digital
out there.
footprint,
It's out
yeah,
there forever now.
You're fucked.
Yeah, literally. There's no going back once you start.
Exactly.
Cool. What would you say is the hardest part of OnlyFans?
Probably it's just the things that get said to you and trying to keep your confidence up, and like, because a lot of the time you do just feel like a sex object.
Yeah.
Like it just sometimes it grosses me out, and I just feel so dirty about myself. And like, I don't know, I feel like you've just got to keep your confidence up. You've got to have thick skin to be able to do it, like I said before. Like, and like you've got to be prepared for what other people are about to say, and you've just got to block it all out and not care.
Yeah. I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself to do like a lot of content. Like the best content.
Yeah.
So I like pure eat myself up. I'm like, that's not good
I
enough.
feel like it does for
Delete
your
it,
mental health
delete
as
it.
well. Like if you look at a video and you're like, oh, I look ugly in that one.
Yeah.
And then it's like, people will pay to say anything, to be honest. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's very,
Why I don't get my
like,
face in.
sometimes it's really good confidence booster and I look at the video and I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, you are sexy, that's going to sell. But then
Yeah,
sometimes I'm like, you're the grossest human I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck
it fucks with your head a lot. But like,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where you just got to be prepared getting into it.
I think with real modelling as well, it's the same like vanity type industry where your looks sort of define how much you're earning,
Yeah.
how you're performing, and how you actually feel about how you're working. So I think that's obviously going to be one of the main
Like confidence
factors.
plays a big part in it. 'Cause if
Yeah.
I'm not confident in a video, I can see straight off the bat that I'm not confident in that video.
Yep.
And it's like, you know, you've just got to be prepared for that. You've got to be prepared for the thoughts that your brain will like say and the things that will happen. Because like I was never the type of person who looked at my body and thought anything bad about it. And as soon as I started OnlyFans, it's like, it's crazy how it fucks with your head.
Yeah, I mean, you got these fucking degenerates online like degrading you and
Yeah.
fucking shit like that. I mean,
And just being like, oh, the things I do to you, like that is.
yeah.
So
Please don't say
if
that.
someone was, let's say, slightly unstable, would you think OnlyFans is a very bad idea for them? Or
I
would you
went
say
into
it's-
it slightly unstable.
Yeah.
I'm still slightly unstable, but I feel like
unstable.
Is it
like-
more? Is it going to benefit you or take away from you? Let's say, or just kind of.
it's a bit
Doesn't
of
really
both, honestly, bit of both. Because sometimes I love that I do it, and I love the way I look online, and I love that like, wow, that's my body, and people's paying that much for it. But then sometimes it's like, oh, I didn't make as much as I did last month. That means I'm fat this month. And that's not what it means, obviously. But like, us girls
your
are very
brain,
hard on
literally.
ourselves because we're like, if we're not like this perfect picture that we think men want us to be, then like we're nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like you've just got to be really prepared for the stuff that like you're gonna fail.
Cool.
How do you let your customers know before subscribing what you post on your OnlyFans page?
I have it in my bio. I have a list of everything that's included, like all the things that I do, and then it'll be like and more, and like custom requests, like sexting, dick rates, girl, boy, girl. Like I just have a list in my bio, so it's like before the sub, they know that like if they wanted to text me for any of those things, they have access to any of those things.
Yeah.
And I also have a pinned thing on my profile, so once the sub, they can also see what I've got and what I'm planning to do as well. I've got like a planned list of things that I'm planning to film.
So they have to get access to your OnlyFans to be able to see what is
What is
like, on
coming,
your- yeah.
but like they can see before the sub like
Yeah,
what is there.
Okay.
Then they've got a sub to
No, I
find
don't
out
have
like
anything
what's
like
next.
that. I just post like previews on Twitter or something.
Yeah, I do
Twitter's
quite a bit of
good.
that, or like I'll let
Instagram
people know like
stories as well.
holiday
Yeah.
content coming soon, stuff like that. So then people can like be prepared days and notice, and I'll be like, here's a discount for the holiday content that's coming soon. Just stuff like that, really.
Fair enough. Do you ever deal with like, was it the content planners or like menus and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've got like a little menu, like price lists and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But like if someone's like, oh, I really want a video, and I'm like, well, what do you want? And they don't know what they want, then I'll just send them that and be like, any of that, you let me know.
Does it work? Does it work better, or would you say it's better kind of just going through a conversation and then trying to personalize?
Depends on the person, because a lot of people
Yeah.
just sub and then they're a bit scared to ask for things,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's literally this whole thing. Like, it's fine. There's no judgment. If you want to see that, ask to see that, and if I'm comfortable doing that, then I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of boys who sub are kind of scared to ask for certain things, and I'm like, just ask. The worst I can say is no.
send them the content.
Like, I'm never like
file
I'm gonna
ones.
judge, but I'm not gonna let you know that I'm judging. Like if when someone asked me to tear me ass all open, I was just like, sorry, no, I wouldn't be comfortable with that. I wasn't like, hey, you're disgusting. Like you better unsub. Like I'm never like full on out there judging them.
Yeah, I feel like that's sort of the personality of someone who would subscribe to OnlyFans, though. They don't really interact with females. In real life.
Yeah, it's quite
Yeah,
hard to
how
get
do
people
they?
to talk as well.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
you're someone out there trying to sub to someone's OnlyFans, text us, talk to us. Like the whole point of it is that I want to get to know you. I want to get to know what you's like, so then I know what to do. 'Cause a lot of the time I feel stuck for content. I'm like, I literally did that the other day. Like that's basically the same video I posted the other day. It's just different laundry in a different place in my room. Like, you know, I feel like conversations is definitely where you get to learn like what I should be doing and what you want to see.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I get stuck and I'm like, well, what next? I've done everything that I'm comfortable with.
That's why we just made a video actually about doing like niches, because obviously that's a great conversation.
Still trying to find
starter.
mine out.
So,
Yeah, I'm just like a boring girl. Like I just do what every other OnlyFans girl does.
yeah, sometimes you just got to fucking make it up, put it out of the bag. But
a lot of people do just go out there. I just, I don't think I could.
But yeah, it's a great conversation starter, especially if like the blokes are shy to approach.
Yeah, a lot of them are, especially when it's like someone who I know and they're like, don't text me for weeks, and I'm like, I know you're sucked, talk to me, like you've paid the money, and what, you're just seeing my boobs, like ask to see more if you want to see more, don't be afraid.
Right, so it's another insight into OnlyFans models' opinions on the questions we've asked. I hope they've had a good time on the podcast, and I hope that you've gained some knowledge by watching this podcast.